All right, this is Bradley Andrews. This is for the assignment of what is my contribution to mission. Um, it's interesting that word has been around in my life quite a bit. My parents were actually missionaries in Central America and in Honduras and Costa Rica, and then on the Native American field here in the southwest part of the United States. And so that automatically defaulted me as a missionary kid. So when I was listening to the Paradigms video, it's interesting how I was able to track with, okay, the colonial model and the functional model, and just how that was applied specifically when I was back here in the States on the Native American field, and how trying to set up those compounds. But I got, I guess, a live action crash course in missions. And I really liked, though, how my parents displayed mission, which was in every aspect of their life, whether that be in their vocation as a nurse or a teacher, in their marriage or in their family, or just with friends. Really just living out. How did the books? How did that? The book say, seeing God is not just a noun but a verb. So I feel like my family really set me up for a good example of mission, what that means. Now for myself, that's translated over to specifically working with Native Americans, and that has just been my heart's cry. When I was late teen, I was voted into a position in the Nazarene denomination as a district president for the youth in Arizona, New Mexico, and Southern Nevada. And it was about over 30 churches, but it was there during my travels to the different churches. Really, I found myself doing a lot of advocacy for Native American youth, and just building relationships, and also doing a lot of religious dialogue. So it was that time period, my late teens, really set me up to where I'm going into today. Right now, a lot of it is just learning. That's why I'm here at Fuller, but preparing me specifically for the behavioral health field. To do what I see God has called me as my mission work, which is to build strong, godly, healthy marriages and families. I started a nonprofit called Family and Marriage Education that goes with that mission statement. But throughout my life, I've seen how not wanting a compound model or a colonial model, but just seeing really more the interrelationships that have been made really sustains a lot farther. And I specifically see that with my organization as building those relationships to have a place where families and marriages can grow. So I'm looking forward to see what God has in the future. I do public speaking and teachings on the topics as well, both when it comes to hot topics about relationships for teens or marriages. So it's just something that's been a passion of me, and I can see how God's going to be doing using me further with advocacy, specifically with marriage and family, and then also as far as continuing that religious dialogue even further, specifically when it comes to traditionalism in Native American communities, and also having to deal with syncretism. That's kind of been a hard one to handle as well, but I'm looking forward to see where God's going to lead me, and that's kind of where my autobiography is in the past, the present, and the future. It's interesting because I take a narrative approach to marriage and family therapy. So this fits right in line of where I am where I was in my story, where I am now, and then where I'm planning to, where I'm seeing myself in the future. But as my family sometimes says, God has the right to interrupt our lives. So I'm interested to see once again where God leads. So I'm interested to go on this journey, though, with you right now in the present through this class. So I look forward to hearing your stories of where you're at right now.